Found it. There you go. Okay. So, as you can see, we have graph, right? We have two lines, horizontal and vertical. This is kind of like, this is exactly like Dragon Ball FighterZ Tierlist semi-director, right? So, horizontal line represents how many falls does character have. You might like have a lot of falls, right? Like for example, let's say Ulgrim is a very good character, right? Extremely good 6, good weapons in general, but he has a lot of bad matchups, trust me. And or if he's like to the right of the tier list, then he's just might be all around good character without like any bad matchups, you know, stuff like that. And vertical line represents how good legend is. So if legend isn't on the top, as an example, then he's one of the best characters in the game. And he's at the bottom, then he's one of the worst. Of course, at high level. Only at high level. I'm not talking about like, you know, Hattori might be the best character on bronze, you know, or like low diamond, you know. Any character is good if you low diamond or below low diamond. But if you want to be the best, huh? Okay. Brawlhalla is a well-balanced game. So as you can see, the difference between tiers is not as huge. Like we have A+, A-, A, B, B-. Like lowest C, but I don't have any character there. I don't have any character in B- either, as I remember. Right? And I don't have any characters in S, double S either. So, the same. I think it's like from S to B, if I remember correctly. We'll see that. Right. And, yeah. Difference between tiers is very little, in fact. On graph, they might see like the bottom tier. Like you can even win the tournament with the worst legend in the game. You'll see who's the worst legend in the game. She or he has different special tier just for that legend. Right? Just be good than you would? Exactly. You can win with the legend you want. But in my opinion, those legends, like the S tier legend or like S-, is much easier to win with those legends than like with B or A-, right? You'll just need to try harder. Alright, so let's start. I have first 5 characters in the next tier. I'm gonna go from top to bottom. So we're gonna start with the best characters in the game and go to the worst characters. I'm gonna explain why I think they're best characters. Actually, I was working on this tier list for a long time, trust me. That was a lot of sweat because I changed it even like a couple times. At the top, as you can see, we have some faces already. Boom. This, in my opinion, are the 6 best characters in the game. 6 characters in the game. I'm gonna explain you why. So as we can see, it goes from the top to bottom, right? So the best character in the game, who? Mordex. Why? I'm gonna tell you why. Sorry, it is unfortunate. I'm gonna tell you why. So in order, it would be so let's see, bottom, top. So it's gonna be Mordex, then Lucian, then Val, then Casper, then Nazar, then Ulgrim. Okay. Mordex has very little bad matchups, mainly because of gauntlets. Gauntlets don't have that many bad matchups. Like even against Katars, you can play very well just because of downlight. Downlight priority on the ground is insane and leads you into 29 damage combo. It's not 29. Well, it depends on which HP do you have. Like which HP does your opponent have. Like at red HP it will be less than 29. But most of the time it's like around 29, it's like 31. So. And it reads into more follow-ups. It reads into like 33% read, which leads into even more damage, right? That's pretty good. Then they have one of the best offstage gameplay, gauntlets, right? Then on top of that, he has extremely good 6. N-Sig on Scythe covers the whole air, just everything, just whole airspace. You want sidelight? To be honest, like all you need to do if you play Scythe with Mordex, if you downlight somebody, then just N-Sig. It cuts like 4 dodges, right? And it's 25 damage now. It used to be like 22. On top of that, it kills, and on top of that, it has very low recovery time. You don't even land on the ground. Then all other Civ 6 are extremely good too. Bouncy good nerd, but it's not that bad. It's not bad at all. It's still extremely good. Sidekick is shit ton of active frames, can be dash jump, gravity cancelled on top of it. On top of that, so it's kind of hard to react to if you do that. Gauntlet 6 is a different world. Bouncing on gauntlets, you already know. It's a very good seed, trust me. Low starter frames, low recovery frames, build super early, and you have two options. You can gimp somebody from like Shipwreck or which else? Like King's Pass, Twilight. The angle is just insanely good, and it kills so early. It kills in like 1/4 most legends. Depends on HP of course, depends on defense, but it kills in like 1/4, which is extremely good, dude. Trust me. Then Lucian. It's kind of about Mordex. He's just extremely good legend all around. Doesn't have a lot of bad matchups. Why Lucian is top 2? And why is he on his top right? He's like the most right character I have. Why is he well around it? I don't think he has a lot of bad matches. Mainly because of his speed. Guns need speed. Believe me, guns need speed. I played Baraza in my times. I played Cassidy. I still play Cassidy. Not that much, but I play Cassidy. And guns need speed. Guns need 4 speed, 5 speed is not enough again. Same for Ox. I'll talk about it later. And on top of that, his 6 are extremely good. Extremely good. And you need them when you have low force. Low strength. And his with stance he has 4 strength, I believe, right? So he needs that. He needs that. He doesn't have a lot of bad matches because of his weapons. Katar's a very fast close range weapon, and guns are kind of slow. You could say they're fast, but you need to land every hit. To land every hit, they're fast weapon. But like if you miss and if you play too grounded, I played guns a lot in my times. Believe me, I played Diana, I played Cassidy, I played Touch. I even mained Lucian in my golden times. You know, like it's not that easy to survive against like very close weapons. Like to play against bow, it will be tough times. But Lucian covers all of it because he has guitars and 6. Like he 6, you know, he 6. Okay, let's move on. That's why Lucian is number 2. Wall. Why is Wall number 3? Well, first weapons and good stats. Then she has 5/6 on sword. Side seek of the edge is extremely good. Gravity cancelled side seek on the edge negates starter frames in the beginning. I don't think it's a bug. It's been in the game for a while now. Good force, good hitboxes. Side seek on gauntlets is another world. Hitbox is just you know, just good. Feels kind of early. Like all around very good character. I'd say what's bad about her, why she doesn't qualify for the best character in the game, she doesn't have good anti-air 6 on gauntlet. Like N6 is slow, N6 is very punishable. And it's not really anti-air. You know? So and her sword 6 extremely good, her stats extremely good as I said before. All around very good. Cassidy. Why Cassidy is top 4 character in the game? Why? Out of nowhere. Cassidy top 4 character in the game? Nobody plays it. Nobody. I haven't seen her in tournaments either. Dark horse. Cassidy N6 is best Sig in the game. Cassidy N6 on Hammer is best Sig in the game. Different tier, double S tier Sig. And there is no other Sig in double S tier. Cassidy N6 deals 20 damage. It was buffed recently. It used to deal 15, now it deals 20. It's damage of Hammer Sirens, right? Deals 20 damage, hits behind, hits above, hits in front of you. Has good amount of active frames, good force, which is not force is vertical, so it doesn't really matter if you're on the one side of the stage or another side of the stage, you'll just kill. Downlight N6 is through on Hammer, so sometimes it's even better than Sen. Most of the time it's better than Sen, and it's so much easier. It's completely true. Like downlight Sen on Hammer, It's 0 dodge window, so you have to land it frame perfect to make it unescapable. Downlight NSYNC is true, more damage. Has at white HP has put herself in more advantage frames, so you're in more plus frames than with Sarah's, as an example. You don't have to use sidelight at all. Well, sometimes you might use it, like at white HP if you pick like hit max range downlight, but most of the time you just want NSYNC. If you play Casting, NSYNC should be like 50% of your gameplay. It's that good, trust me. Then her Hammer Sideseek is extremely good as well, kills super early, has good angle, lot of active frames, has gap in between, but all doesn't really matter because it has such low starter frames. I think might still have only one more starter frame than Hammer Sidelight. Just think about it. Just think about it. You use Hammer Sidelight or you use 25 damage Hammer Sideseek? I mean, Hammer Sidelight is 15 damage. So, you know, like, I mean, there's recovery phase, but still. Then neutral on Hammer, neutralite into Chase Dodge and Seek is still true combo, which deals how much damage? 42 damage. Big mess. Downlight Sideseek is true on the edge, kills at orange. Very good, but you need to react to it. Then guns, you have Downlight, Chase Dodge and Seek, which is one dodge window, can be even true. Then you have Downlight Sideseek, which is true, but you need to hit it close. It's 50 damage, kinda good. Right? Her gun 6 extremely good too, trust me. She likes speed though, she likes speed on guns, so her guns are not as good. Then we have Asur, next character. Asur is NSYNC Catharsis. One of the best Catharsis in the game. Kills so early, has so many active frames, so hard to punish. I mean, I guess it's not that hard to punish if you like stay on the ground, but like if your opponent throws that move, then at the same time Asuri throws out your NSYNC, then you don't really have time. You'll just get like Cathar dead or Cathar downlighted. Right, so, and she also, Asuri, why NSYNC is so good, has true combo with the downlight, which you can get out of draw. I'm gonna show it to you later. It's 50 damage combo, which you can get just out of draw. Nobody used that. We don't have good Asuri players. We don't have like top level. Ariel, obviously, Iram, Malte. Yeah, I'm talking about the NNA. We have Ranged, we have Nael, etc. Blood Diamond. We have a lot of good Asuri players, but not like they're not pushing the Asuri level to its true potential. You know, they're not pushing it to the limits. That's what I'm saying. They're not pushing it to the. They're just playing Catharsis. Sometimes they do 6, you know. It's not they're not playing Asuri, you know what I mean? Then we have Cathar Downseek, which is 30 damage and covers, I don't know, maybe every dodge. If you sidelight somebody at 1 HP, then you Downseek. Let's see. It covers spot dodge, covers dodging. It might just cover every dodge. It covers up dodge too, just saying. I haven't tested it yet properly. I just know it deals 30 damage and it has hitbox which is better than the actual animation. Kinda rare in Brawlhalla, right? But hitbox is actually better than its animation. And it's 30 damage, just saying. It's good sick just for the damage. Then we have Santaquin Catalyst. It jumps. It's not as good as the other 6, but it jumps and has good amount of force. If you do it off the edge, it has even more force because they not bounce off the ground, so they don't lose 20% of velocity. Then Sword and Sick, by the way, forgot about that. If you check hitbox, you'll understand you're underusing that Sick. The Sidelight and Sword, then you chase dodge and Sick, and it covers so many dodges. You won't believe it. You won't believe your eyes, dude. There are so many dodges. It's such good hitbox, good damage, good force. Everything is good about that sick dude. I mean, the recovery frames kinda schmucks, but besides that, extremely good sick. Then side seek and sword is okay. It's not bad, right? And down seek and sword, extremely good hitbox, hit stacked, obviously, which is important, which is very important. I'm gonna talk about it later. And it's like 35 damage now. They buffed it a while ago. It's like 30 damage, 30 plus damage seek, which is good. And that's it about it. Extremely good character, mainly because of 6, Snake, who's Bushank. Another example, Why is he here? Why is he the only spear legend here? Because 6. Spear 6, spear side 6, one of the best spear side 6, spear 6 in the game, not only side 6. Extremely fast, extremely good force. Kills at like 130. On, let's say, Miami Dome, King's Pass, on the edge, side 6 will kill at like 120. Or it might even think about it. It's just extremely good. And sick. N6 after sidelight covers so many dodges you won't believe your eyes once again. And it's 30 damage. 30 damage. It's 1 N6 on Wushang is damage of downlight Saron spear. Just think about it. It's kinda good, right? Kinda good. Very underused. Very underused 6. I don't see them. I don't see them a lot. Then dancing on spear is okay. It's kinda hard to punish. You can bait your opponents into it. Also very good to slide charge, but it's kind of hard to slide charge because they stop your momentum, right? So it's kind of hard to slide charge. Then Gauntlet 6. Downlight N6 is basically a true combo on Gauntlets. Why? Because of active frames, and you can dodge up after downlight. You can't dodge in. You can dodge away. You can dodge diagonally. You only can dodge down to avoid that 6. Think about it. So if you're searching for kill combos with Wushang, he doesn't have very good. That's why he has faults. That's why he's on the left. One of the reasons. Because if your opponent will always dodge down, then you obviously can't land downlight intensity. But he lacks of the very good grounded kill seek on gauntlets. Like your kill efficiency will go down. Like your stock efficiency will go down because you don't have that grounded kill options that gauntlets need. Val has it, Mordex has it, down sig, side sig there, and Wushang side sig on gauntlets is not that good. It's better off the edge because of the angle, no bounce, but the hitboxes are not that good. There's a lot of recovery frames. Doesn't have very good priority there. Down sig, once again. You can punish it, and it's like it's not the best kill options once again. N6 doesn't hit grounded. Then I have next tier. Okay, that's all for the highest tier, which is basically like S tier, kinda. You know, kinda like S tier. Alright, let's move on to the next tier. Boom. There you go, that's it. So first we have Nyx, then we have Mirage, then we have Kaya, Ulgrim, Casper, and Ragnar. I'm gonna explain you why as well. So Nyx, good set of weapons. The problem with Nyx is it's very hard to kill on guns besides your down sig. Civ 6. Civ 6 covers so much stuff. Just insane. Down sig has insane range, insane force, side sig. Side sig is just, you know, very good sig. Anti-air covers double jump, hard to punish. It's very fast, has a lot of active frames. If you'll check when it starts to hit, you won't believe your eyes once again. You won't believe your eyes, just saying. Then gun 6, side sig on gun 6 is terrible. Not gonna lie, it's terrible. It doesn't have force. It's very slow. Has good amount of recovery from it. Just bad sig. Not good sig, just not a good sig. Antigonus is extremely good, but like it's hard to hit it. In that sense that if you just play around that sig in the spots you need to play around that sig, right? Like on the edge, and don't jump over Nyx when you recover back to the stage, so she can just throw you down and steal your jumps and stuff like that, or recoveries. Like you can play around it. And down sig extremely good, but still punishable. It's good against like very airy players. If they misplace their dares, sairs, etc. It's very good against players like that. But in general, Nyx lacks of stuff on guns, and I feel like in general, guns have quite a lot of bad matchups in ones. Like it's easy to react. Like you have to play like airy guns, but airy guns are still punishable. You know, like it's hard to tell in that sense that guns just have a lot of faults. And your gun 6 are not that good to make up for those falls, you know. They're still good, but not that good. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's move on. Next up is Mirage. Why Mirage here? Once again, very good stats. In my opinion, very good stats. You can make it 7 force. I think it's 6 force by default. Can check. I think it's 6 force by default. You can make it to 7, which is, in my opinion, the best stance. Or 8, even 8 probably, which is like extremely good. Trust me, especially on side. And 6 once again. Mirage, Scythe, and Sick is so good. Like it hits grounded, it's anti-air. You can cover so many options. Just think about it. So as you know, all the Scythe players, most of the Scythe players, just do a move after move after move after move, right? If they did a move, they covered with another move instead of dodging, instead of jumping, stuff like that, because Scythe doesn't have a lot of startups. Instead, it has a lot of recovery frames, right? There's plus 20 recovery frames unlike any ground move. So just think about it, and then insert the NSEEK in there. You downlight, you cover your downlight on Scythe with neutral light, and you cover your neutral light with NSEEK. And NSEEK is 25 damage and kills a deep orange. Boom. You're done, so. See? As an example, Spear 6. Downseek on Spear was nerfed. Got plus 4 starter frames or so. Doesn't kill at deep orange anymore. I mean, more like light ratings, but still extremely good because of hitboxes. Like people will just fall into it because Downseek beats most down airs in the game. Like it will beat Axe down air, it will beat Sword down air, won't beat like say Bow down air. But if they mispace it, they're there. But Catalyst down there, obviously, etc. And the Spear Sideseek is just so good. It's top tier Spear Seek. And Seek, I mean, you could use it to catch some dodges, I guess. Good dodges through, but the hitbox is just not worth. Hitbox is so much worse than animation. You can check. Like most of the time, if you're an Seek user on Mirage Spear. Like you probably question yourself sometimes, like why didn't he? That's because the hitbox is not that good. Animation is bigger than the actual hit. Okay. Then next up is Kaya. Kaya mainly because of bow 6. Bow 6 and stats. Extremely good stats, especially for those two weapons she has. And bow 6 is just Sassy covers so many options after you land sideline. On top of that, and you have NSEEK, which kills so early, which kills like 130 low defense, and then Bow Downseek has good force and it's such a good edge cut option. You have so many active frames. I don't know. I think her bow kit is one of the best bow kits in the game. On top of that, she has good stats. That's what carries her. Her Spear 6 not that good, trust me. And Sig Mammoth, if you know Mammoth hitbox on Spear, it's very small. Trust me, it's small. It's extremely small. Like Axe Downlight, as an example, has much bigger hitbox than the Mammoth, right? And on top of that, it doesn't kill early. On top of that, her down Sig and Spear is her best Spear Sig, and it's not that good, as an example, right? So. It's not. And Spear Sideseek is basically worse than Nash. Spear Sideseek, it doesn't kill that early and it's slower. Yeah, you know, there's a lot of ifs. So, I just get it by bow 6, stats. That's it. That's kinda it. Then we have next up is the Green. As you can see, I put him farther away from Nyx and Kaya, and he's behind Wushang. Why? Because he has a lot of bad matchups. Why? I can explain it to you. He has two very slow weapons. I mean, you can make those two weapons do work for you if you just hit every hit, obviously. But if you miss everything, then this won't work. As an example, Lance Nair has how many recovery frames does he have now? Like around like 20, 26, 25 or something like that. Like close to 30. Let's think about it. Spear Ground Pound has like 31 recovery frames. Spear Ground Pound on ground touch. And you know, if you miss Spear Ground Pound on ground touch, anyone will land the hottest company. Or the best kill option if possible, you know? And they can react to it. They can just walk up to you while using Spear Ground Pound and then walk up to you and kill you and stuff like that. So you have to play very slow with Grim to win. You have to play very slow. Or you'll just lose. You'll just lose to players who will avoid your hitboxes and punish them. Axe has a lot of bad matchups. Axe is so cheap. Axe is so cheap. Why? You know why. We have side light, nair, down light. On top of that, we have side light, nair into delayed recovery, into jump recovery, into jump ground pound. That's all you need to know. People can't jump. Like, once you start hitting with axe, people are so limited to their option. You hit them with the side light nair, and if they jump, to jump recovery, they're dead. If you delay your recovery, they're dead. You know? If you delay your sair, they're dead. And it's like 50-50 most of the time for axe if you just hit one side light, which is extremely good. But you need to hit that side light. That's a problem. That's a problem. And why is Ulgrim so far up? Yeah, he's 6. He's best axe 6 in the game. And 6, he's grounded, has so many active frames, and extremely good angle, which can just like steal people's jumps and stuff on recovering back to the stage. If you see me play Ulgrim, I back out from the wall sometimes to make people feel safe that they can recover safely now. And then I dash in and NC. Why? Because it covers spot dodge, it covers their grounded option, it covers their up dodge, it covers their jump through, just covers everything. And if they dodge or they jump, if they double jump, you steal their jump. If they dodge, you steal their dodge, and then you can throw in the dead. Just a matter of motion, and that's it, you know, like they're just there. Axe side seek. We all know gravity cancel. Best jump, gravity cancel, side seek hits, covers spot dodge, works as anti-air, and has insane priority. Like one of the best priorities easily. Like you can just throw it out, and like you're not gonna be challenged. And it has extremely good force and 30 damage. Every hit deals 15 damage. I'm not gonna talk about his land 6. They're just not good. They're not good. And once they're not good. This is 1v1 Tierlist. And they're just not good. The next character we have is Casper. Qatar 6 are extremely good and sick hitbox. It's mainly because of hitbox and starter frames. Side seek priority, startup frames. Danzig is can catch people by surprise amount of active frames. Like sometimes you just won't see it coming. You'll just go to punish it and then you just get hit. Happened to me quite a lot of time. I'm gonna lie. Gauntlet 6, Ansig. Ansig is so good. Ansig has so many active frames. And it's projectile, which means you get out of recovery frames while Ansig is still active. Which means you can cover it with neutral light before Ansig ends. You know, stuff like that. Just trust me, it's so good. Ansig on gauntlets is one of the best gauntlet 6 in the game. Yeah, sure, 100%, one of the best. Like top 10 for sure, 100%. Then side seek is just mediocre seek, but I mean it does its job. And down seek, you can use it for damage, don't use it as a kill option. Use it like on the edge to be sure they won't get back something, but it doesn't kill itself. It's just an AKC. And why is he so high and why is he well round? Because his weapons are so quick. He starts above average, but he doesn't have a lot of bad matchups. He just doesn't have a lot of bad matchups. Gauntlets in general doesn't have a lot of bad matchups, but like his set of weapons and his 6 cover the spots he needs to cover. Then we have next up is Core. Yeah, Next up is Core. One problem with Core is his hammer. His hammer 6 is just not that good, but his gauntlet 6 though. And Seek. And Seek has a lot of active frames. Extremely good force. It's like Ulgrim, Axe and Seek in that sense that it just works in the same situations. Just a little bit worse because of less active frames and smaller hitbox. But it has better angle and better force, right? So it's kind of like a trade. Then Downsig and Gauntlets is one of the best Gauntlet 6. Top 5 Gauntlet 6? Easily. 100%. Top 5 Gauntlet 6. Sideseek has extremely good force, like Queen Eye Sideseek force, basically. Then his Hammer 6, only Sig you need to do is Ensig on Hammer. It's true, downlight Ensig is true if you hit downlight close to you. It's very good, works as kill option too. But most of the time you just want to silent yourself. It just works as a damage thing. And if you look at hitboxes of Ensig, the very last rocks, like the big rock becomes small rocks in the end, they all have their small hitbox. Just saying, it's a very good suit. Last one is Ragnar. As you can see, he's just a little bit lower, but he doesn't have a lot of damage. Trust me. He's held back by his axe. He doesn't have stacked axe option. I think that's his problem. But why it's not that important? Because he has just his axe 6. His other two axe 6 besides the down seek we all know and love are so good. Side seek has extremely good force. It jumps, doesn't have sound in the starter frames. It's very important too. Works as a good off-stage kill option. His axe and seek has shit ton of active frames, and on top of that, kills earlier, and on top of that, has one of the best anti-air hitbox. And on top of that, you can cover it with axe downline because it's axe seek, right? Then down seek, just don't use it. No, forget about it. You want to use it? No. I don't know. Use it for the style. Don't use it in competitive. No, don't do it. Then Qatar 6 and 6 is like one of the best options for cover on the edge. We have Ansik with a lot of active frames. Works in the same way as we talked about Ulgrim Ansik on Axe and Core Ansik on Gauntlet. Works in the same way. Just to catch people jumps, crossovers, to catch people dodges, and just kill them earlier. Right? And then Dansik, same. Main use should be off the edge. Very hard to punish, but still punchable though. Like if you play against weapons with Sair, weapons which have Sair with good priority, with good hitbox, they'll just punish you. Jump Sair will punish you. That's a problem, right? Then his good old Qatar Sideseek is not that good anymore, but it's a good punish option. It's a good guaranteed punish option. Right? It's not that good. It's just not that good. But it's better in twos because people don't expect it. Right? It's huge distance still, but it's punishable. It's like it's just on a KC. Then next tier. Next a tier. Boom. So this one's a little bit hard, but I'm gonna explain why this looks this way. Okay, first we have Nash and Sentinel, and then we have Azad and Diana, then we have Cross, then Koji, then Amber, then Roland and Jalen, then Breen. So why? I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna explain you why. I actually worked on this for so long. I was comparing everything I could compare between the characters, and then I came to this conclusion. Why? I'm gonna tell you why. So Sentinel and Nash, exactly on the same tier. I mean, they're not exactly on the same tier, but they're like very close to each other in my opinion. Very close to each other. Why? Because first of all, they have basically same set of six. Like for example, let's take in consideration their Heimer. All Heimer 6 are good. Besides down 6. I mean, Nash down 6 is still more usable than Sentinel down 6, but it's just not that good. Then Spear and Catars. Both N6 extremely good. Both side 6 extremely good. Those legends are kinda carried by their 6. Then next characters we have Diana and Aza. Same here. I think both characters are extremely good, but they're kinda carried by Bow. I think Bow is better than if you play Azot. I think like Axe has a lot of bad matchups. Bow doesn't have that many. Same with Guns and Bow. Guns have a lot of bad matchups, but Bow doesn't. Bow doesn't really have that many matchups because like the option coverage for Bow is extremely good. On the ground you have side light, down light, neutral light, anti-air, dash, down light. Extremely good approach option, unreactable too. Leads into string, into string with neutral light, but is it really string? It's so hard to react. Trust me, so hard to do because it's hard to react. Down light is so quick. Down light and neutral light is so quick. It's just hard to react. And then Bow, air bow moves. I mean, you already know. Side air is all you need. Side air is all you need if you're in there to punish anything. Just sliding side airs, falling side airs, jumping side airs, you know. Recovery, nair as a kill option, down air as a wake up, you know. A lot of good stuff. Then Azot Bow 6, very good. Dancing mainly, in my opinion. On the edge especially, because it catches dash jumps. Diana Bow 6, very good too. Quite punishable. Dancing and Bow was nerfed a little while ago, but it's still crazy good. Side 6 still hits behind, N6 still hits behind, a lot of active frames. Punishable. Too punishable. You miss them, you most likely will get punished. Diana's Scan 6 are not that good, but NSIC has so many options and has so many active frames. And such good force, and such good angles. Then side 6 jumps has extremely good priority because of reach. And then covers air as well if you look at the hitbox. Classic was nerfed a while ago, it's not that good, it's a good like guaranteed punish option, you know? And Azot on Axe, all you need is basically just down sick on Axe. Sometimes you need side sick. Good kill option, but N-Sick, you won't find a lot of use for it, you know? There's just better options. Sometimes you'll just do downlight instead. Or side light nair jump recovery, side light nair delayed recovery. N6 doesn't have a lot of use. Yeah. Dancing on X6, hitbox, active frames, recovery frames, startup frames, extremely good. Then next up we have Cross. Cross has a lot of faults in my opinion. That's why he's so low. First of all, Gans. Dancing is good on Gans, yes. His stats are good, yes. Not bad stats. Good set of weapons. Mainly reason why he's here, he's kind of like Lucian in that sense that his set of weapons, one weapon is close range, and other weapon is very good priority, but it's not a close range weapon. Guns is not a close range. Of course you have downlight, you have neutral light, but it's not Gant, it's not Catars. And starter frames are not that cute as let's say on Catars or Gauntlet. And he's not carried by 6 or stats like Lucian. So as an example, he doesn't have that much speed, right? So his guns are not that good as Lucian. And on top of that, his gun 6 are not that good as Lucian. Even though his second weapon is better than Lucian's second best weapon. But Lucian has better 6. You know? Lucian is just better version of Cross in my opinion. Next up we have Koji. Koji was nerfed. I don't think 9x Koji is that good anymore, but you have 7x Koji with more defense. And Koji is mainly carried not by his stats anymore, but he's 6. His bow 6, so extremely good. N6 is might be not that good anymore because you don't have I must dodge up, you know, after sidelight. Because now you can spot dodge downlight, now you can dodge into any direction. It's one dodge window. Before, as a reminder, before bow used to be bow sidelight into downlight used to be escapable only if you dodge upwards. So Koji could cover that option with the chase dodge NC. And that one thing made Koji a better character. He doesn't have it anymore. Then down sick is still extremely good, was nerfed a while ago. And I spammed in tournament, good times. Now it's all around very good bow sick, top 10 bow sick for sure. Then his sword 6 very good, sword side 6 does 30 damage, extremely good force, you can charge it for a little extra damage and extra force. And Seek is still true, out of downlight, just saying, 40 damage, easily. But you need to hit downlight close and everything should be frame per, make it through. Down Sick is very hard to react to, not that punishable, so very good Sick, especially with dash. All around good character, once again. Ember. So she's here mainly because of her Catharsis on the ground, not stats, not anything. Mainly Catharsis and bow. Catars don't have good anti-air option sick, right? So she doesn't have Asur end sick. She doesn't have a Lucian side sick or end sick, but she has side sick with good priority. No punch, but you still can counter it with downlight. Yes, she still has down sick, which is extremely good too. Doesn't have much of a lot of recovery frames. Like if you'll say the standard amount of recovery frames after a move would be 20, your down sick has around 13 recovery frames. It used to be 13. It's probably still 13. Let's think about it. 13 recovery frames, and then you have downlight with 5 frames to start that. So. Or dodge with whatever you want, or just jump away if you want to, but most of the time it's just downlight. You don't want to punish downlight. You don't want to punish downsick. You want to beat it with priority, or you want to punish downlight, which will come after the downsick. Downlight has like 21 recovery frames, I believe, and downsick has like 13 recovery frames. Does make a lot of sense? Welcome to Brawlhalla. And bow 6. Mainly because of NC. NC is super underused. Why? Satellite chase dodge NC covers so many options. It covers, I believe it covers every option besides dodge back dodge. You probably won't catch people jumps, I'm sure about that, but nobody jumps after somebody hits them with sideline. It will cover up dodge, it will cover down dodge, it will cover dodge in, it will cover diagonal dodges. I don't think it will cut just straight up back dodge down, and probably back dodge diagonally downwards. But pretty good. It's pretty good. Side seek and bow is extremely good too. Down seek is extremely good too. Mainly off the edge, so like on Thunderlords. It's punishable now, it must recover. But it's useful against a lot of weapons like sword, lance. You'll get punished by axe. One get punished by gauntlet, stuff like that. That's kinda it for me. Then we have Roland and Jala. I put him on the same tier. Roland has a lot of faults in my opinion because of his set of weapons, and 6 don't cover that much. Yeah, there's anti-air seek on lance. There's end seek and side seek that covers air. But it's not good. It doesn't kill the Tierlist. It has a lot of active frames, okay. It has a lot of recovery frames too, you know? So if you avoid it, it's gonna be punished, you know? At least by air move. At least by air move. So you'll trade into not killing your opponent most of the time. Like risk reward is just too low. So it's just not that good. It's not Ulgrim Sensik. It's not Gaia's Sensik and Boss. You know, it's not Cassidy's Sensik and Hammer. You know? So there's very limited options. His sword is, on the other hand, is extremely good, but he lacks the speed. Max you can get is 5 speed, I believe, with Roland. I don't think it's enough. Might be, but Volants, it doesn't really matter which speed you have, you just like kind of fly around with down airs and airs and recoveries on the edge, but like or dash jumps on the ground, but like his sword is carried by his 6. So it's good character, but has a lot of bad matchup, in my opinion. Then Jala carried by Jala has terrible stats in my opinion. Extremely bad stats. Dex doesn't do anything for Axe or Sword. She has very low defense. Defense is very important. She just carried by her Sword 6. She has one of the best Sword 6 in it. Might be the best Sword 6 when you think about it. Does she have the best Sword 6? N6 has a lot of active frames, kills early, beats all the down layers. Just like the diagonal ones, still beats them with the right angle. Side 6 jumps over, works as anti-air, covers dash jumps, blows, has extremely good force, good angle. Down 6 is still 30 damage, right? Kills early, doesn't have that many recovery frames. Might be the best Sword 6 in the game. There you go. If you want to play Sword, play Jala. Axe. Your Axe is okay. It's nothing more than just a good Axe. But if you want to play Sword, Jala might be your pick. Like Jala has extremely good sword. Just very good sword, trust me. Then we have Brain. Brain's set of weapons doesn't allow her to be that flexible, you know, because both weapons kinda do the same thing. And on top of that, she doesn't have fast 6, which kills super early. Like her N-Sig on Axe is her best kill option. That's not good. That's not good. Because it kills at like 150 plus, right? Which Ser can kill. You know, as an example. And then Spear 6, of course you have N-Sig, you have Down 6. Down 6 is not really a kill option though. Down 6 is just a damage option. Down 6 is still 40 damage or so, right? It's probably like 45 still. Or 35, it's like 35 or 45, something between that. It's not less than 35. Which is just your damage option for reads and stuff. It's more damage than downlight Serum speed. And side seek has good priority, but most of the time it's just gonna be punished with it. So you know, a lot of ifs. It's not that. He has very good stats though. I think for both weapons, Axe needs speed for sliding side air, sliding down airs, and just like if you want to play in the air, most of the time you need speed. Okay, next here we have. Boom. Chill. Okay. So next up we have basically like Mario's game. Is Border, Atori, Vrax. It's literally north from right to left here. Yumiko, Ada, Artemis, Baraza, Queen Knight, and Scarlett, Ryan. Just a reminder, it's 1v1 till. Like Baraza Queen Knight might be bad in once in my opinion, but it's extremely good to scale. It's just 1v1 till. Same with Vrax, same with the names Border or Hato. So it's still very good characters, just saying. Middle tier is extremely good characters still. You can win tournaments with them. That doesn't really matter. The difference is not that big. Trust me. So Bolvar. Bolvar, one word, like actually 2 words, actually 3 words. Hammer Sightseek. 29 damage? It's not 29, right? It's even more. Like 30 something. Hitbox is bigger than the actual animation, just saying. And yeah. Axe, Sword has extremely good 6-2. There's also on top of that with stance, with 5 deck stance, extremely good stance. Good set of weapons. Has some bad matchups against fast weapons in my opinion. But in general, all around very good character. His 6 got a lot of options. his hammer is not as good as his sword in my opinion. Hammer just carried by his side seek. His end seek is not that usable in ones. His down seek his down seek was actually nerfed. I was kinda confused by it, but it's even worse now. I mean, it's high risk, high reward, I guess, but most of the time you're gonna miss it and get punished. And you can just dash jump over it, which makes it even worse. And dash jump is one of the most popular approaches. So, you know, it's very important. This sword is down seek has better hitbox than actual animation. It's kind of all about the old characters. They have better hitbox than the actual animation. And side seek extremely good force and 30 damage on top of it. Then let's just move on. Hattori sword seek's extremely good. End seek is still extremely good angle. Covers a lot of dodges after downlight. You can even downlight to grad against end seek. It will cover so many dodges. Down dodges won't be covered, but it will cover side dodge, dodging, up dodge, diagonal dodges up, forward dodge if you delay just a little bit, you know. We'll cover all the stuff. Then side seek, right cancel side seek has better angle than the grounded side seek. It doesn't have a lot of starter frames, just saying. That's good. Down seek was nerfed a while ago. Lost some starter frames, but got some recovery frames, which made it worse. But you still can cover it with like neutral light. If somebody is about to punish you, you just throw out neutral light and you got 15 damage. It's a good seek. It's not as good as other 2 seeks, but it's a very good seek. Spear 6 and seek on spear is top 10 best spear 6 in the game. Good angle, very fast, hard to punish. Like not as hard to punish as let's say Mordex down seek, but it's hard to punish, trust me. And it depends on the weapons you play. Play like against guitars, then they'll punish you with downlight, which is 13 12 damage, 13 or 12 damage. You can just take it. You can take it, it's fine. If you play against spear, you get punished by downlight series. That's worse, yeah. Then down seek and spear is whatever. Don't use it. And side seek doesn't have a lot of force, but has very little amount of recovery frames, active frames, and starter frames, which makes it super quick. Very useful. It has also unexpectedly good hit. If you look at the training room animation, doesn't really fits the hitbox, as with all old characters mainly. Because there's a hitbox on the first frame she touches the ground with spear. She's not only has the leg hitbox, the kick hitbox, she also has the spear hit. You know, stuff like that. I can show it later. Then next character we have Rex, which is carried by his 6. Side seek kills early on guns, but punishable, doesn't have that much priority. Has good hitbox in general, but can be beaten by a lot of side seeks. A lot of side moves in general. Very good guaranteed kill option. And seek doesn't kill that early on guns, but 30 damage and true combo can be used as a true combo in downlight and seek. True combo 50 damage, very good. Works until GPL. Very good option. Just use that twice and your opponent is deep red, you know. Deep orange. Then we have down seek. Down seek is one of the top 10 gun seeks in the game. Hitbox is better than the actual animation once again. Force is okay, but you can even use it just for the damage. You can use it as a light attack. Then once again, Land 6 have better hitbox than the actual animation. And 6 still does a lot of damage, doesn't hit ground anymore. Sucks, but it makes it a little bit more balanced. At least. Side seek has better hitbox than the actual animation. The starter dent has hitbox, just saying. It doesn't deal a lot of damage, it deals like 15 damage in general. But very good kill option. Down seek has insane force. Down seek has better force than probably Bodo right now on his. And better hitbox too. It's basically a better version of Bodo's hammer down seek now. So trust me, it's very good. Just better opponents use it off the edge. It's better version of I'd say even Mordex dancing on side. Very good seek. Then we have Yumiko. So the main problem with Yumiko is her bow 6. She has good stats. Not as good as let's say Bodler, but she has good stats. 7 dex hammer adds up 1 through combo to it. Their jump recovery or their jump nair. Which is usable, is a good option. Good bonus, you know. Benefiting from dex is always a good thing if you don't lose defense or strength most of the time. Hammer 6. First of all, both down 6 are extremely good. Hammer down 6 is better than bow down 6. It hits grounded in the first frames, leads into true combos like Dare, and Seek, Recovery, whatever you want, versus a kill option. Then you can cover the grounded options with your downlight, and on top of that, it covers dash jump approach. Very important. And works as your defensive option on the edge, which is very important. Then we have Heimer Sideseek, which is unreactable, very important. Has good force, good priority. Does have active frames. What's it called? While you jumping, during the leap, right? But good hitbox, good force afterwards, and hits both sides, which is very cool. Bow 6, sides dancing. I mean, side 6 doesn't have any priority. You can stop it with another neutral light. You just throw out the hitbox, it will get beaten. And 6, same thing about N6. It's okay, 6. It's not that good. Then we have Ada. Ada doesn't have good stats, once again. And on top of it, gun 6 are not that good. You have guns side 6, but the problem with the guns side 6, it works as a kill option, deals a lot of damage, but you will never use it for damage. First of all, it's punishable. It's punishable from the air, and guns can't really cover any air options, like right after using a seek or a move, like axe downlight, like Qatar's downlight, like let's say scythe neutral light, stuff like that. And it does the same job as guns downlight into dash jump recovery, which is true. It kills earlier than the side seek. Most of the time, it depends on the stage position, of course. But so it's a good seek, and it's the only good seek. And seek, you can use it off the edge, but if people play around it, you'll just get punished. So when you're playing against Ada's guns and you're red, just avoid, like, you can tank down seek. Just think about it. You can just tank down seek, but still it's the same area coverage as the side seek, you know, and as the downlight. So you just need to avoid that space which is close to Ada to not get killed, and that's it. And avoid the N-seek on the edge. Just memorize it. If Ada will N-seek here, I'll die, you know, stuff like that, and go around it, or dodge through it. You can dodge through it. It also drops sometimes, just in case, you know. So Ada doesn't have that good coverage on guns. This is her main problem. Right? Then Spear Seek is extremely good. Spear and Seek, a lot of active frames, extremely good force, good angle, extremely good hitbox, doesn't hit ground anymore. Ripironi. Ada, if you don't know, used to be best character in the game. Sideseek used to deal 10 damage, but used to kill it like deep orange. And Ansik used to hit ground, which is pretty cool, isn't it? And Danzig used to have a ridiculous hitbox. Good times. Danzig is still pretty good. Sideseek is extremely good too. Ansik is above average. Very good seek too. It probably will rarely hit it, but it's good out there. So it's high risk, high reward. It's a good seek. That's kind of it about it then. Bad stats. Good 6 on speed. Option coverage on guns is not that good. Not that good. Kind of brings it down a little bit. Then I have Artemis. As you see, there's a huge gap between Ada and Artemis, because I think Artemis has a lot of bad matchups. And on top of that, her 6 are not that good. Why? Her Scythe, so Scythe Sideseek is extremely good, especially with dash jump, gravity cancel, it hits ground opponents, which nobody uses, but I mean nobody plays Artemis, so doesn't really matter. Scythe Ensic, Vedrich, worse than a lot worse than Mordex Ensic on Scythe. You kind of float, but it doesn't really matter. Like in a circle, you move during the charging your Ensic. You can like move a little bit upwards if you charge later, like downwards, but it doesn't really matter. It just looks cool. But you'll still get hit by like Axe Sideline and get the full combo, you know? It doesn't cover up dodges after your sidelight, after your downlight and scythe. It just doesn't have enough reach. On top of that, it doesn't have very good form. And not that many active. It's okay sick. It's okay sick. Doesn't serve that well in the kit though. The whole kit it doesn't serve. And then Danzig and Scythe has very surprising hitbox and surprising amount of active frames. And on top of that, good force, good angle. But if you'll miss it, you'll get punished. Like it kinda works the same way. It's more like Casper and Danzig on Catars. It just has surprising amount of active frames which can just catch you off guard. That's kind of it. But it should be punished. It just should be punished most game. And then Land 6 are just not good. Danzig, a lot of active frames and a lot of recovery frames which you can just react to and punish. Ensic is just okay, but doesn't have a lot of usage because it doesn't hit right above you. So you just get down there with like spear and axe or whatever you want to, it doesn't matter. Doesn't care that like straight up vertical option above you, which matters a lot when you play lands. So land side sick is so hard to punish, extremely hard to punish, right? But it's so hard to hit too. It has small hitbox and your leap, then you go backwards. It doesn't matter because it doesn't hit close to you. It hits in the certain spot and that's it. And then you go backwards. You know, it's unique sick, but it's average. It's not that. It's just a good. It's an okay sick. It's average sick. It's not Roland Danzig on lands, you know. So yeah, it's okay. Then we have next up. That's kind of it for Artemis. Then we have Queen Eye and Baraza. They're brought down by their movement speed, both, and their weapons. So Baraza has both long range, slow startup weapons. I mean, you can talk about like guns have downlight, they have neutral light with low startup and only 3 recovery frames, but still has a lot of like active frames, which makes it reactable to punish. And like Queen Eye has Catars. Yeah, it doesn't work out with Queen Eye, but Queen Eye's speed is very important in Wands. Like if you stay in the air, like your air gameplay will be much worse with Queen Eye. You can't do falling, sliding, side airs and speed as you can do, example with Nash, because it won't go as far, you know. And also speed affects turnaround. Like for example, your turnaround velocity, momentum. I don't know what it's called. So as an example, if you go straight up left, it takes you like 1 second to accelerate with Queen Eye. Then turn around and go to the right, and it will take another 1 second to turn around and then accelerate to your maximum speed. And with Lucian, it will take you like half a second. As an example, right? Which is very important to trust me. Very important. For example, if you sprint to the left and then stop for a moment because your opponent misspaced his side air, you need to turn around, go back, and punish it with your downline. With Queen Knight, it's a lot harder than with Lucian. A lot harder. Then Queen Eye has downlight in Danzig, which should be dodgeable away, uppers away. Should be dodgeable. Bots in training mode are weird, trust me. They can delay their dodges sometimes. But it should be dodgeable. I haven't tested properly yet, but it should be dodgeable uppers away, which makes Queen Eye worse characters as well. Worse character. Baraz does have that good Ag 6. is gun 6 though. One sick you need on guns is guns down sick. That's it. Hitbox is insane. Force is pretty good. Startup is pretty good. Top 5 gun 6 in the game. But as down sick on guns, 100%. 100%. That's all you need on guns. On Axe, you don't have that many options. Down-sick is kind of punishable. You can use it off the edge because you fall down right after usage of down-sick, so it's harder to punish you. Dash jump there will miss, for example. Side-sick, if you'll miss it, you'll get punished. It has good force though. And it jumps over a lot of six, like the Brin spear side-sick, it'll just beat it because of jump. End-sick is good on Axe, has good amount of recovery frames though. And force is not as good as Asuri's end-sick, is it? Right, so it's just okay 6 overall. Okay, let's move on. We have Scarlett. The problem with Scarlett is her 6. Once again, line 6 are not that good anymore. Down 6 was not a while ago. It's not spammable. You can just use it. It's like cover it with down air, cover it with jump air. Can't do that anymore. It doesn't kill. You can use it like on the edge, like Caspian's down 6 and Catalyst, but it's just not that good anymore. Then Starlight N-Sick is no more true on Lance, so it's a good sick. It's not. It's gonna be punished. It's gonna be punished by jump there, but jump there. It's just gonna be punished. Not enough active frames either. It's gonna be punished. Lance side sick, extremely good force, right? Extremely good force, but extremely good amount of recovery frames. For that, it's gonna be fully punished as well. Stats on Scarlett are good stats. Might be not enough for Hammer though, not enough speed for Hammer in my opinion. I played Scarlett, I tried out Scarlett when Lance got buffed, when dashes got reduced. I need more speed on Hammer. Hammer 6, very good 6, very good 6. And second Hammer is one of the best Hammer 6 in the game. Top 10, I'd say top 10 for sure. Down 6 same. Down 6 hitbox, check it. Check the hitbox in training room. Check it yourself. It should be reward. Just should be reward. I'll tell you that. Just should be reward. Then side sick is basically worse. Bodwer Hammer side sick. There you go. That's it. Less damage. Hitbox is just a lot worse. Then let's move on. We have Ryan. Ryan is on the left because I think is better the weapons. Like both weapons are kind of slow, kind of long range, and his 6 don't cover anything. Like the things he needs to cover. Okay, he has spear down 6, which covers stacked options, which spear doesn't have, which is very good. But like anti-air, his best anti-air option is N-Sick, which doesn't kill on stage. His side 6 doesn't kill either. His land 6 side 6 has terrible force. A lot of startup frames, a lot of recovery frames, a lot of active frames. One of the worst land 6 in the game. His down 6 is good just for the damage, not to kill. And his end 6 is good. Okay, his end 6 is good, but it's not on the level of even Roland's side. Roland's lance. Roland's dancing and lance is basically all you need. Grounded 6 are very important. Ryan doesn't have it. That's kinda it. It's kinda it. Yeah, let's move on to the next one. Next tier we have history characters. So we have Touch, Sidra and Terrace. Why Touch? And as you can see, there's a huge gap between them. So Touch is a problem with Touch. First of all, his stats. Did you know that Touch has one of the worst win rates at the 1000? Like diamonds at diamond level and above diamond level. There's no above diamond level, sadly. That's what I have, I guess. At diamond level and rank cast level, there you go. Touch has one of the worst win rates in the game. His stats are bad. Bad stats. Bad stats. Not enough defense. And his gun's kill options are so bad. There's N-Seek, which either you hit or you miss, you know? I had saying that, but like, you need to hit it, because if you miss it, you're gonna get punished from above. His anti-air option on guns is cannonballs, which is gonna be punished if you miss once again. The side stick is gonna be punished if you miss. You know? Like, they're just too slow. Too slow. Thanks to TLBK. He has a downlight into chase dodge and seek on the early HP, which is like 52 damage. But it's not enough to make him good. It's just not enough. On top of aim it's mainly because of his sword 6. His sword 6 is extremely good. Side seek is extremely good, and down seek is super hard to punish in extremely good hitbox. There used to be times when like I remember I was watching Raiden and he was like, all you need to do to reach platinum at least is do this one move on touch, which was sword down seek, and it hasn't changed. Like, the hitbox is just so good. Like, it's so hard to punish, trust me. You're just gonna fall into it most of the time. But it doesn't kill that early, so it's not the top tier. And yeah, that's kind of about touch. Not enough option coverage. If you want to play touch, play for his 2 sword 6 and his sword. Guns, yeah, sure, you can play for guns, but it's just gonna be harder for play guns. Then we have Sidra. Sidra doesn't have that much option coverage, mainly because of cannon. All cannon legends are on the left side of has falls well around it, of the horizontal line. Cannon on the wall is terrible. I'm sorry, but cannon on the wall is terrible. Terrible. It's bad. Bad. Ground pound has a lot of starter frames. Not good force. Hitbox is okay. Hitbox is okay. A lot of recovery frames on top of that. Down air is so slow. Doesn't have a lot of force. Sair, you can't kill with Sair. And you'll just get out prioritized by almost any move in the game. And Nair. Okay, Nair. If you'll miss Nair and you'll get punished, you're dead. Sword ground pound beats you. You're dead. You know? Doesn't work like projectile. You'll just be dead. Like, it has, like, it doesn't work on you. It just doesn't work. If you'll put on the wall, just throw it up and recover it unarmed. You know, that's your best option. It just doesn't work. On the ground, you have neutral light on the ground with cannon. Sure, good move. Neutral light is extremely good move in my opinion. Downlight, you miss downlight, you'll get full combo back into the frame. It has so many recovery frames. So many active, good hitbox, sure, but so many active frames. You'll just get bad. It's like Axe sidelight, but just worse. It's worse. Then sidelight on cannon is one of the worst moves in the whole game anyway. Doesn't have any priority on the ground. Okay, jumps. Sure, it jumps. There is no true combos at it. You have unjumpable follow-ups, but they're variable follow-ups. Because if opponent is in there, then your follow-up must change. Because your follow-up becomes jumpable. Like, let's say if you hit grounded sidelight against opponents, then jump there is unjumpable. But if opponent is in there, it becomes jumpable. You know, and everything is dodgeable. Like, jeez. You know, stuff like that. But Sidra, why Sidra is here? Because she covers the most options. So dash jump is very popular right now as an approach option. We don't have the chase dodges anymore and stuff. And her N-Seek works as projectile. And there's a lot of active frames and very little amount of recovery frame. And it can be covered with neutral light, cannon neutral light, which is very important too. That's why, that's like one of the main reasons. And her sword 6 are not bad. Her sword N-Seek, in my opinion, is like extremely good. She backs out, puts out the tentacle out of the ground, which has okay hitbox, okay force, but not that many starter frames and recovery frames, which just makes up for it. Then sword side seek, she at least jumps, good force, hitbox is okay, and down seek was so good on release. Now it's don't use it. Use this guaranteed kill option. with gravity cancel on the wall, or like use it so you'll be put off the ground after you land. You know, like use it at the center of King's Pass or at the center of Grumpy Temple, Thunderguard, but don't use it on the ground. You'll get punished. Use it as a backdash option. I don't know, but like don't go into your opponent with Danzig. Dash in Danzig? No, just don't do it. Then yeah, that's kind of about Sidra. Cannon and Sig is best Cannon Sig in the game as an example. Side Sig and down Sig are just good Sigs. We have Terrace. Vitalis is here. Same as Orion. You see he's on the same level as Orion with his well-aroundness. Why? Because two very slow weapons. On top of that, he doesn't have a lot of speed. On top of that, his Sigs are very slow. I mean, sure, you have Axe down Sig. You have Hammer and Sig, which doesn't hit grounded anymore, and it's not true at all HPs at all ranges after downlight. Kinda sucks. But still very good Hammer Sig, very good, very cheesy. If you want to win tournament to Terrace, you have to play very cheesy. But if somebody plays very cheesy against you with like gauntlets, you're not gonna win. You're just not gonna win. Just won't win. You have to win so many trades with Terrace, make him work 1v1s. That's what I think of. Like side Sig is still too slow on both weapons. And Sig and Axe usable off the edge, sure, but like mostly just got people by surprise because of the upper hitbox. And the stun time. Stun time is insane. I mean, Sig, chase dodge, downlight is true combo as an example. Chase dodge sidelight is probably true. Have down Sig on both weapons. Downlight down Sig rip in Pepperoni 2017. still good Sig, but you're not gonna find a lot of usage for it because you have Hammer downlight. That's it. Is that it? Is that it? Is that all characters we have? Is that all characters we have? No. Wait a second, we have one more. That's the boy. That's the boy. Okay. Okay. So, one more character we have is Exu. I think he's the worst character in the game. No challenge. He's the only character in BT. His 60 terrible. His weapons, his set weapons is bad. He doesn't have a lot of option counters, and even if he does, they just don't work. You know, he has two side Sigs which are worse Asuri side Sigs, which just do the same job but like slower, worse hitbox, just worse. It's worse. Both very slow weapons. Downlight on cannon, sidelight on axe do the same job, kinda. Right? The legend just doesn't work. You can win tournament with him, sure, but you're gonna try so much harder. Trust me. Not a good legend. Not a good 1v1 legend. But might be an okay Deuce legend. Might be good Deuce legend, I don't know. But 1v1 legend, no. No. If you run into Gauntless player, you're gonna die. He's gonna die. You can win, you still can win, sure. But it's just hard, it's just so much hard, trust me. And Sig on Axe covers double jumps, doesn't cover single jump, right? But doesn't kill, you know? Cannon down Sig doesn't kill. Cannon side Sig kills shoot, but it's so slow. Axe side Sig kills shoot, it's so slow. Angle is terrible though on top of it. Then Cannon and Sig the trap, sure, you have it, but you're gonna be punished if you miss, you know? Kills too, cool. Axe down Sig kills, cool, dash jump, and it's punished. You know, like so many flaws. Alright, so to sum it up, have S tier, Mordex, Lucian, Valkes, Desiree, Wusheng. Then basically S minus, A plus, Nix, Mirage, Gaia, Ulgrim, Casper, Dobrein. A plus, basically A plus, Nash, Sentinel, Diana, AZ, Frost, Koji, and Brawlhalla, Dobrein. Then middle tier, which is A, you have Hattori, Bodvar, Rax, Yumiko, Ada, Artemis, Peraza, Queen, Scarlett, Ryan. Then we have in A minus, basically A minus, Archidron, Terrace, and then B, we have Edexu. Okay. Going on YouTube? Might. I'll think about it.